Hey everybody, it's Chris. This video isn't really a review so much as a comparison video. After the Proto Slammer, there were some questions, how does it compare to this, how does it compare to this? So I thought it would be best just to put four discs head to head. So we have Proto Slammer, Soft Suspect, TP Harp, and a Medium Sinus. I have quite a bit of footage, so I'm going to save most of the commentary for those actual videos, but what it really breaks down to is use the disc that fits your hand the best. All four of these discs, as you're going to see, are very capable of flying into headwinds. They're reliable over stable approaches, so if you have one that you like, go with it. You can try the others for sure, because you might like one even more than the one you're currently throwing, but all of them are very capable discs in a headwind. Find the one that fits your game, and it should be a good one. Like I said, going to go to the commentary or go to the videos now, so enjoy. If you have questions, as always, please put them in the end. I'd love to get back to you in the comments, and if there are discs you're curious about, put that in there as well so we can get to them. But I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Alright, so out to the field. On this first set of videos, I'm throwing into straight headwind, which was gusting anywhere from 10 to 20 miles an hour, so you will be able to see the discs moving a little bit. First up we have the Suspect and the Harp, both nice solid flights, and then you get the stacked view at the same time to just see how they compare. What I've noticed about the Suspect, like I said, is that it's a little bit faster, so maybe a little more glide, but it does have that really nice hard finish at the end. The second set of discs are going to be the Sinus and the Slammer. The Slammer did catch the gustiest of the winds of this set, and you can see it flattens out and stays fairly straight in its flight, whereas the Slammer is going to have the stability kick in about halfway through the flight and fade all the way to the left of that foul pole. And here on the split screen you get to see just how different those two flights really were. Again, I did probably affect the Sinus. I tipped it over a little bit, but that wind really did affect the flight, whereas the Slammer was able to cut left. The first disc up is the Soft Suspect from Dynamic Discs. The soft plastic in this mold is quite a bit more overstable than the lucid plastic, and that's why it's present in this challenge. It is shaped more like a dynamic mid, so it's a lower profile than the other three discs. So if that's a comfort thing for you, it might help out, or it might hinder you in your search for an approach disc. But as you'll be able to see, maybe a little bit more glide than the others, but still a heavy fade, quite reliable in the wind. Next disc up is the Slammer from Dynamic Discs. It is their newest release and hasn't actually even hit the shelves yet, but you've probably seen a few reviews here and there. The prototype is in a blend plastic, and this disc is quite overstable. Comparing it to the Harp and the Sinus, as you'll see, it's going to stack up beautifully against them, so if you're looking for a thumb track style disc, this could be the one for you. Next up is the Sinus from Latitude 64, and this will be in the Zero Medium plastic. The Sinus offers 3 grip pads of varying texture for thumb placement, or you can be like me and go in between them just for the base plastic feel. Sinus has been a fan favorite for years, and it's pretty evident why. It carves a nice clean line in winds, as you'll see in these videos. And last but not least is the Harp from Westside Discs, and this will be in TP plastic. I was looking for a medium or soft, but didn't come up with one in time, so I borrowed a friend's TP for comparison's sake. And you'll get to see that even though the plastic is different, the flight of the Harp is very similar to the other discs in this comparison, maybe even a little more overstable than some of them. So, hope you enjoy the video. Let's get to the comparisons now. The next two videos are approach shots for maybe 175 feet. With the Harp and Sinus, I did release the Harp on just a touch more angle, and you'll be able to see that that added angle does give it a little more aggressive flight to the left. On the second video, I did give the Slammer just a touch more power than the Suspect, but otherwise you can see the release angles are very similar and the flight lines are pretty similar as well, with the Slammer going just a touch farther out to the edge of the circle. This split shot's probably one of my favorites of the day because the discs came out on very similar release angles. This was about an 80% throw just to see what the disc would do in flight. And although they don't mirror each other exactly, these two discs in final landing spot were within 5 feet of each other. Next up, our approach shots from maybe 225 feet. The Sinus throw is going to be just about perfect out on the outside and then fading in like I intended, whereas the Harp does slip out of my hand. I do have issues with premium plastic putters, as you can see here. It does slide into the circle, but that was not the line I intended. This was not the best comparison. With the Suspect and Slammer, I did get nice clean releases on that right side, similar to the Sinus. I was surprised with how low the Slammer stayed, but you can see it tracks beautifully to the left to get inside the circle, and the Suspect on that much higher line has a nice fade down to the pin. And to finish it out, I decided to throw all 4 discs down hole 18 at Lakewood Hills Disc Golf Course. Just a fun throw. My release angles were off, so don't compare the flights, just enjoy watching the discs fly. And as I said in the intro, I really do believe all 4 of these discs are solid headwind or overstable approach discs. So I would encourage you, just try them out, figure out which one fits your hand the best, and all 4 of the flights will get the job done in my opinion. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't. But it was fun throwing these 4 discs just to see how they compared. If you have questions, put them below so I can answer them. If you have discs you want to see reviewed, same thing. And be watching because I have a couple more comparison videos that should be out later this week. Thanks, everybody.